When you need help, 911 is one of those things we just trust. But this KATU On Your Set investigation uncovers holes in our emergency safety net and how things are about to get worse. Time is your enemy when your house is on fire or you're having a heart attack.
In this in-depth examination of response times from local fire stations, KATU investigator Anna Canzano exposes how their ability to save lives and protect homes is in jeopardy, which means your crisis is more likely to become a catastrophe.
When it's your home on fire, water. If it's your life in danger, you want to know the help you need can make it to you before it's too late.
Seconds really do count. It's been a pretty busy day so far.
For firefighters in Portland, the target response time for critical emergency calls is 5 minutes and 20 seconds. 5:20 because a fire doubles in size every minute and can become explosive in as little as 4.
Can we take your vital signs?
5:20 because if you're having a heart attack and you don't get CPR, by 6 minutes your brain begins to die. Right now, across the city of Portland, firefighters are averaging a response time of 7 minutes and 6 seconds.
This map shows the pockets of the city where firefighters are actually making that 5:20 mark. Those are the areas in green. The areas in red, that's where it's taking firefighters more than 8 minutes to arrive on average. You might expect that over in the West Hills, where we know there are windy uphill roads and the homes are hard to reach. This map, by the way, is from 2 years ago. Here's last year's map. It's even more red. You can see how down here where Station 23 closed, things got even worse for the Brooklyn neighborhood and the surrounding areas as the stations nearby had to cover the territory that was left behind.
All of the red area indicates response times over 8 minutes.
This is Portland Fire Chief Aaron Janssens explaining to the City Council the impact of what's currently proposed, the closure of 7 more fire stations across town.
If we close a station, we can expect the area surrounding that station will experience a significant increase in response time.
And here's what she's expecting the city will look like even without station closures by next year, given population growth. See, more people are moving here, but it's not getting any easier to reach them. Areas of Laurelhurst already have some of the worst response times because of narrow streets, parked cars, low-hanging trees, and speed bumps.
You'll note on this 2013 map, there is no green. The whole west side goes red. The best areas would still take firefighters more than 6 minutes to arrive.
The fire that killed Vernon and Joanne Anderson in their Salem home just last month highlights the importance of response times. The first engine team to arrive at this fire showed up 7.5 minutes after the 911 call came in. That's a full 3 minutes longer than what it would have taken if the nearest station to the Andersons' home, Station 8, hadn't been closed due to budget cuts last year.
And I won't say that if we got there in 4 minutes they'd be alive, because that's not the responsible thing to say. What I would say in general is the faster we get there, the better. The earlier we get there in the fire, the smaller the fire, the more opportunity we have to make entry into the structure and rescue people.
Salem Fire Chief Mike Niblock says by the time that first crew got on scene, the fire was too hot, too intense for the firefighters to go in. All they could do was a defensive attack. The Andersons' neighbor, Richard Greer, can't help but wonder about that 3 minutes.
Yeah, it just sucks. You know, it just sucks. I didn't know that was going on.
Yeah.
You know, so who knows what would have happened had they been here. 3 minutes to make it, especially in the mobile homes, makes a big difference.
We got 18 years out of our last fleet, which is a long time.
With 2 of his stations closed, Chief Niblock's already seeing a 7% drop in the calls his firefighters can make it to within his target time of 5.5 minutes.
It's a shame, but that's the reality.
Station 11 in West Salem, closest to his home, sits empty, and he doesn't see that changing anytime soon.
And what does that mean for people?
Longer for us to get there could mean that their possibility of surviving an incident could be lower. We're still going to come to the call, but it's going to take us longer to get there. And time is your enemy.
Anna Canzano, KATU News.
So what can you do at home? Firefighters say you can greatly improve your chances of survival by doing two things: know CPR and have fire extinguishers in your house. Those two simple things can be game changers, they say. The Fire Bureau hasn't specified which 7 stations it would close. This was proposed as part of the Bureau's budget to meet Mayor Charlie Hale's request that all city bureaus scale back by 10%. It's still very early in that process. You can find an interactive map of response times for your neighborhood and compare them to the rest of the city by going to our website, KATU.com. Look for the report on our homepage. We have 3 years worth of maps there for you to look at. We've also collected information for Vancouver and Salem.